So this is none of my work, you know. But I just want to say that if you're going to diverge from one rule, then you're going to want to pay close attention to the other rules. That's not what they did here. Once again, I want to make it clear, this is in no way my work. You know, we're stepping over some of my work, but let's not worry about that for right now. We can talk about that another time. So, you know, for example, 1/2, since the space in between the big stones is all filled with all these little stones, that diverges from the 1/2 rule. You know, this one long stone is resting on, I don't know, I'm not going to bother counting. It's a whole lot of stones, 10 or 15 stones, you know. So the thing is, the reason for 1/2 is that stone, and, you know, the 1 is going to be resting on 2. You know, it's going to have contact with both stones, but if you set it out across 10 stones or more, or whatever, you know, the stones along the way in the middle, you know, might not have any pressure on them. And, you know, even if they have pressure when you first set it, then it can be movement at a later time. So stones can come loose. So if you're going to go ahead and diverge from that rule, you know, these stones should go deep into the wall and be well fit tight. And that's not what we're seeing here. Since they don't go very deep into it, you know, we're seeing all sorts of gaps where stones have obviously fallen out, you know. And let's go ahead and test one. You know, okay, it's obviously loose and it's like 3 inches deep. I don't even want to go messing with others. It's not my work. I have not been hired to repair, replace, or redo this. But, you know, it's a good enough design, but, you know, not executed to the best possible way, you know what I'm saying? But if the stones were, these little ones, again, you know, if the little ones were going a good 2 feet back, and you pounded them in there and wedged them in there and made it sure that there was contact, each little stone was making contact with the top and bottom one and was in there stuck and was going 2 feet back, you know, you could be all right in the long run. And even if there is minor movement in the stones, the big stones, the little stones going 2 feet back means they're not just going to fall right out. And this here, you know, these little stones are not long for the world, right? They're not long for the wall anyway. The writing's on the wall. All right.